guys, it is me, Stace. For today's video, we are making a blessing box. If you guys watched my last scrapbook room tour, you probably seen the box I have now that is all chained up with a padlock. That was my stuff for Jesus to do box, and I gave all of my crap to the Lord in that box. But I wanted a box for all the good stuff the Lord gives to me. So I wanted to make a blessing box. So I went to the kitchen, I came across a Bisquick box. I wanted a box that was strong and durable. I'll be covering this with a whole bunch of Mod Podge, and then I'm using brown paper bags to decorate it. So a lot of glue will be going on here. And over time the box may be warpy. So you want to have a good strong box. And the way I plan on using this is like that, but the top here, that this part opens, I want to be able to open the box on occasion. Like when I'm having a bad day, I can open my box and look back and see all the good the Lord has done or provided our family. So the top of the box is going to be the bottom. Okay, so this will be the top of the box. And we'll punch a hole in here to for a spot to put our blessings. So I have a little craft knife here, or a little box cutter, and I'm going to very carefully try to cut a hole up here. I'm not really too worried about how neat the hole is going to be. Just enough to, slip a piece of paper through. Just watch your fingers. Okay, it's going to poke that through. So there's the hole in my box, okay? I'm going to reach through the bottom. I'm going to grab that piece of paper out of there. All right. So now when this is all covered, I can slip blessings in this part. When I'm done, I can open the bottom to access those without ruining the actual box. All right? So we can set that aside. Now I just took brown paper bags. I cut the bottom off. I'm going to take some scissors and just go in and cut this. And then I'm going to crumble this up. Okay, nice and tight like that. And I want to unravel it. Okay. Now when you unravel the bag, you're going to see this dark spot here. That's where the bag is seamed together. I'm going to ignore that and just literally just tear these up. Great project for the kids to help you with. Okay, so this is the part that has a seam in it. I'm going to go ahead and tear that out of there and set that aside. And just continue tearing. Okay. Alright, they're all teared. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a few of them, just a few in my hand here, a few strips, and tear those as well. Okay, grab the other ones, get them all stacked up, and then tear. Great project for the kids to help you with. Okay, I'm going to take all these and put them in my little basket that I have over here, filled with a whole bunch more. Okay, all right, now let's go ahead and grab a little container, and we're going to grab our Mod Podge glue. This is homemade. This is 2 parts. 2 parts glue, 1 part water. Okay, I'm going to take some out and pour it in here. A good amount. Set that aside. I set all this aside, and I'm going to work with the top part first so I can kind of cover that hole and make it not look so blotchy. So take some of my glue. We're going to go across the top. Make sure it's on there really, really well. Then let's take our paper, and we're going to put it in there first. And just go around it. Okay, if you need to put more glue on there, put more glue on there. And I'm trying to use the edges of the paper to go around that hole. And that part's not sticking, so go ahead and put some glue on the top of that brown paper. Okay, and then we'll put some more glue over here, and another piece of paper right there. Okay, so that kind of disguises that hole we made a little bit. Whoop, put that back over there. You're going to get sticky fingers on this one. And you can see we're coming through. I can see the ink. So we might, we may need to go in there with 2 coats. Okay, so that part is done. Now we're going to just continue on and working on this side. I'm going to come down the side of the box as well. Okay, and then grab some more paper and continue on. Just kind of fold it over the edge. When you put paper down, you got to put glue on top of it so your next layer will stick. I definitely like the crumpled look. Just kind of hold it there for a second, let it grab, and then go and cover it up, or with your glue, go over it. You'd add more glue on there. So we're using a lot of glue, so you want to make sure you're using a box that's durable, that's not going to warp. I mean, it may warp a little bit anyway, but okay, cover that little area right there with some. Okay, now we're going to work on this side. Of course, if you want to use a pattern paper, you can do that as well. I just like the look of this. I think it's brown, it goes with everything. It's pretty a neutral color, and I like the crumbled look on it. Okay, just ready to keep on going all the way around it. Add more glue as you go if needed. I'm going to redo that spot right there. I kind of went over it. When you get to a corner, just literally just squish it all down. Want to use your fingers and just kind of crease it in there. Let's grab a big one. Put that one there. One there. We'll go back over that with some glue to help hold that down. Put some glue over here. Push that down. Okay, so the top is covered, right? Now we're just going to continue on this way. Guys, we are back. I have all the sides of the box covered. You can see that here and all around. For the bottom here, what I did for the part we're not going to cover, I just took, or I tried grabbing straight edges of paper and put them on the bottom as close as I can without going too much over here, because we are going to be opening this up and over time it'll kind of wear out. But I think it looks pretty good so far. I see a few areas I may need to go back and add a few pieces of paper. And if you notice here, sometimes it'll get like a little air bubble. Like I can see right here, there's a pocket here and a pocket there. This is not laying all the way flat. I just take my finger, dip it in the glue, and then just go over that area and just kind of squish it down with my glue on the finger, just to get all that to lay flat for you. And the nice thing about using the brown paper bag, having it be all crumbly, it's already wrinkly. So the only thing you're doing here is adding more texture to it. But just, let it, just go over it real quick, check all your sides, make sure everything's laying down flat so we don't have an air bubble on it. I think we're pretty good on this side here. This side, we need some glue up here just to kind of hold that down. Okay, but I think for the most part we're pretty good. So I'm going to let this dry up. For the corners, what I did there, I just literally took a piece of paper and just squished it on the corner. I got it real wet with glue and just kind of squished it down. That way the whole corner was covered. I'm not going to show you here on this corner, even though it's already covered. Just grab some glue with your fingers, put it on there, and then just squish it down in that corner really well. That way it gives our box a nice finished corner. I did that with all the corners on the top, and on the bottom I didn't do the corners, I just went around them. Alright, so let this dry. In the meantime, what I did is I went to the Cricut Explore machine and I cut out the lettering or the wording, Our Blessing Box. That's going to go on the front of my box. And I believe I used the Family Album font. I just drew a box the same size as my box. I just measured my box. It is, I want to say 6.5 by 10.25. I think in the design space, I made my box like 5 by 8 and grabbed lettering and then made it fit inside that rectangle so I knew it would fit in the front and cut it out. When the box is all dry, I'll go back in there and Mod Podge that on. Now, the hole in the top does come in handy to have a spot to put your fingers as you're working your way around the box, because as this dries, it gets very tacky, and if you touch it and pull up, you're going to leave, it's going to add, you're going to have fuzzies there. So I do recommend this hole in the top before you get started. And over time, because you're using the hole as a place to put your hand and make it wonky, not a big deal. We can go in there and clean it with scissors, or we can add a little bow or something around there to kind of make it look more decorative. I'm going to let it completely dry all the way, put it outside, and we'll come back and finish it up. Hey guys, we are back. Our box is nice and dried. It dried pretty quickly in the sun. We have the top there. I'm going to have this part be the front of my box because the back here I can see lettering going through. I may go back in there once the box is all done and add more paper and glue there, but I wanted to at least work with a dry box. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of disguise this hole up here and make it not look so blotchy. So what I have is some ribbon. I didn't have enough, so I just cut 2 little pieces here. And I'm going to grab some raffia. I'm going to put my ribbon down first and tie this around these 2 pieces. Okay. And I love working with raffia. It's so easy to work with, and it's going to match our box really well, and the yellow will give it a little bit of a color as well. Alright, so I'm just going to tie this into a knot, like such. You get it nice and tight, okay? And then tie this part into a bow. And then we'll put this on our box. Okay, so I have it like that. And then you gotta just work with it a little bit. Make the bow how you like it with the loops. If they're too big, bring them down some. Like that. And just readjust the loops. It's a matter of just readjusting, fiddling with it. And then the ribbon, just kind of separate it in the back a little bit. Okay, so it'll add color to our box, right? And kind of help disguise that hole a little bit. So we can kind of put the ribbon over the hole, like we know the hole's there, right? What do you think? I kind of like it. Then we can have this hang down, not this much though. All right, now to attach this, I'd probably use my glue gun, but I don't have my glue gun plugged in, so I'm just going to grab a dimensional. I don't think this is going to work, but we will try it. Just for something temporary here to make sure I like it. Okay, so put that down there. You might want to kind of fiddle with it to make your bow more upright. And take your ribbon again. I mean, you can use 3 pieces. You can use different colors of ribbon. Really, anything you want. I just had 2 pieces left, so I thought, why not use this? Okay, and then we're going to kind of hide the hole a little bit and cut these off. You can have some hang down or make it be all wonky. I mean, it's not really going to hang down because it's twine. Just kind of bend it a little bit. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good for the top, right? All right, now I want to add our lettering. As I said, I did cut out the words, Our Blessing Box. And since the box is kind of rustic, I'm not going to have these go in perfect order, or perfectly straight, rather. Okay, so there's the word R, and then we have B, and again I use the Cricut Explore with the nursery rhymes, or not the nursery rhymes, Family Album font. Okay, just like this, and then we have like that. Fix our letter N there, okay. I mean, just kind of get it how you like it, you know. And then we'll go ahead and Mod Podge the front and glue these down. Now what I'm going to do is take my fingers. I can try the brush. I think the brush is going to pick up the letters because you want to really hold them down really well. And again, I'm using a boatload of glue, but it'll dry clear, so you're not going to see all that. But you want to make sure they stay down. Just kind of go over them a little bit. Make sure you have glue on all the letters. Then I'm going to take my finger and go over it again. Take my finger and just make sure they're laying flat. I think it's kind of cute. I also went in all my edges and I used the Stampin' Up! Tip Top Taupe ink to ink all the edges of the box. I think my U is on there backwards. But you know what? We can take it off and flip it over. Okay, now I think it's backwards. Yeah, I think the little doohickey thing is on that side. How cute though, right? Alright, grab a wipey, wipe my fingers off. Alright, so we're gonna let this dry, and then our box is done for the most part. What do y'all think? I would definitely go in there with a glue gun and glue the top on so that kind of stays. You know, of course you can add paper going around the bottom if you want to kind of border it out. I mean, all kinds of things you can do. You can do an image that you like for the front. But I also made an accessory with that. I just took a soup can, used a safety can opener to cut the top off, did the same thing. I Mod Podged the brown paper all over it. I went around the bottom to kind of cover the corners, added a piece of twine here and my yellow ribbon there, and then I cut regular copy paper. This is 2.5 by 4, so you can kind of put that in there with some pens. I'd probably use like a decorative pen, and then whenever you're thankful, just write something down in there and then you're good to go. And I already had my very first one. Can you guys see what it says? The Lord has blessed me with a great YouTube family, which is you guys, and I dated at 7/14/16, so I can just go ahead and crumble this up like that and bring this over and plop it in there. How fun, right? Really simple and you can go, it's really simple. You can go as elaborate as you want, make it as detailed as you want, but I like the all natural look like this. I think it'll look really cute on a desk with that and the matching little note holder. Anyway guys, there's today's project, a little blessing box. Hope you guys make one. If you do, email me pictures. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Any questions at all, guys, please let me know. As always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.